If I had to start investing from zero today, knowing everything I know now, this is exactly what I would do. No hype stocks, no crypto trading, no complicated financial talk. And if you're living in Germany, then this video could literally save you years of mistakes and thousands of euros. So stay until the end, because in the end, I'm gonna share one costly mistake which most German investors or expats make living in Germany, which silently destroy their years of gains or potential gains. If you want to build long-term wealth in Germany the smart way, then subscribe to the channel. No BS, just real investing. Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Abhishek, your friend, but not a financial advisor. First of all, I wish you guys a very happy new year. Welcome to year 2026. And I hope this year brings all of us success, prosper, and most importantly, wealth. Okay? No quick money, but wealth. So without further ado, let's get right into this interesting topic, which is amazing for the beginners as well. So the first part and the most important part is to fix mindset. Yes. Before investing even the first single euro, I would fix one thing, which is my mindset about investing and money. Because guys, investing is not getting quick rich. It's all about long-term financial wealth building, consistency, and patience. And let the compounding do its magic. In Germany, many people do one mistake, which is they keep their hard-earned money in a Tagesgeldkonto or Sparkonto, where they earn maybe 1 to 2% of interest. And while inflation eats 3 to 5%. So if I'm not investing, then I'm just losing money safely. And once you understand this, then it becomes much more easier for you guys. Now, like I said, first is your mindset. But before you start investing, it's important that you build a safety net. Yes. So the first step, if I want to start investing, is actually not investing. Confusing, right? Yes. But it means that you are building a safety net. That means an emergency fund. So that would mean around 3 to 6 months of your expenses, which you could store in a Tagesgeldkonto, which is not invested at all. Doesn't matter if you earn 0.5% or 1% return on that, and which is easily accessible. Why? Because in Germany, yes, job security is good, but surprises still happen. Layoffs, health costs, so on and so forth. Yeah. So this money should not be invested. Why? Because if the market falls down and you need this money urgently, then you are paying a heavy loss. Yeah. And this step in itself alone saves you with a major loss, because you're not going to panic sell, which destroys most beginners when they start to invest. So fix the mindset, prepare the emergency fund. Now, the emergency fund could vary from people to people. And if you need a detailed video on that, how to calculate your emergency fund and how much you would need to save or keep aside, then do leave a comment in the comment section down below and I'll make a detailed video on that. Okay, so the next step would be to start investing. And for investing, you need the right broker. So yes, next would be to open a low-cost online broker or neo-brokers. Now, there are some German-friendly options like Trade Republic, Scalable Capital, ING, Consorsbank, Commerzbank, etc., etc. Now, what I would look for would be low fees. If they offer ETF Sparplan, which is ETF savings plan. And while I'm talking just about ETFs, I'll get onto that in a moment. Automatic investing, because that's another important step for consistency. And they can handle German taxes. Now, this is crucial in Germany because capital gains tax, or Abgeltungssteuer, called in German, is handled automatically. Now, if you're a beginner, this is quite important for you, because if you're a beginner and if you don't have any other side income from real estate or any other source of income apart from your job, then when you are doing a Steuererklärung or tax declaration, you need to declare your capital gains tax or Abgeltungssteuer, like mentioned. And this is quite crucial in Germany. If you don't do that, even if it's a really small amount, and if you think, okay, I don't know how to do, I did watch a video and it's a bit complicated, so I'll skip for this year. You might have to pay hefty fines because the Finanzamt or the financial office keeps this track record for the 10 years. So if you think that if you missed for a year and after 3 or 4 years you still did not get anything, you still might get it the next year or even up to 10 years. So please be careful. And that's why I'm recommending that if you're a beginner, you would want to stay away from all these paperwork. Of course, when you're more comfortable and you have, settled up with your base and you're investing for 1 or 2 years, or if you are already having other sources of income and you are doing your Steuererklärung with a financial consultant, or even if you're comfortable enough to do it yourself, then this is not that big of a deal. You could opt for other brokers as well, like Trading 212, because of course you get more stock options. In German brokers, you might have a little less stock options, individual stock options. But anyways, this video is for beginners and how to start investing. So in that case, you might not need so many individual stocks, and we will get onto that in a moment as well. And you would want to stay away from all these unnecessary paperwork regarding the financial office. Now, since we have made it clear that you definitely need a broker, the next step comes what I would invest in. So now let's talk about where my money should actually go. Now, what I definitely would not do is no day trading, no meme stocks, no hot tips from Instagram or TikTok, and no crypto trading, and no complex products. Instead, I would keep it boring. Yes, you heard it right, because boring makes money. So if I start today, then ETFs would be my foundation. Now, why ETFs? First of all, diversification, low risk compared to individual stocks, low fees, and perfect for beginners. Now, why ETFs? Just to explain this quickly, ETFs can be considered as baskets of many individual stocks. Let's say S&P 500 means it has 500 companies from the S&P 500 index. Now, S&P 500 index or ETF, which copies that particular index, means this particular basket has 500 US quality stocks. Now, why you don't have to worry about this ETF? Because if one particular company is not performing good and the market cap of this company falls, then this company automatically gets out of this basket. Yes, and then the other company which is performing quite well or which is fulfilling the requirements of being in that particular basket enters that basket. So that's why the investor don't have to worry about individual stocks anymore. So how would an ETF portfolio might look like? Now, why I'm saying this, because I have many students in my personal finance group as well, and I don't encourage them to invest into individual stocks because they are investing just few euros, and for them the most important is a risk-free portfolio, because that helps them to be motivated, to be consistent, and to see some decent gains in continuous investment. So how it might look like, just an example, option 1 for an ETF portfolio would be like MSCI World and FTSE All World Index or ETF. Now option 2 could be like MSCI World Developed Markets and MSCI World Emerging Markets. So then you are covering the developed countries and the emerging countries as well. Now this already gives you an exposure to thousands of companies all over the world, from the US, from Europe and Asia. Now, here is the part where most people overthink. If I would start investing, then what is the right amount? But that's the wrong question. The right question is, whatever I invest, can I be consistent with this investment? That is what you have to ask yourself. Because like I said before, I have many students in my group who are investing, trust me, just 20 euros per month. Now, is that a small amount? Yes, it is. But this small amount, it is subjective based on how much you're earning. For some people, 100 euros is a small amount, but for some people, it is enough because you guys have families, you have other responsibilities as well. And that's why I mentioned that you need to form an emergency fund so that in case of emergencies, you don't need to tap on this investment from the stock market, because this is not a very good decision, to be honest. So it could be 50 euros, it could be 100 euros, it could be 200 euros, it could be 500 euros. Now, like I said, I have a personal finance group where people are investing, like students who are investing 20 euros, starting from 20 euros to 1500 to 2000 euros per month. A general rule of thumb, which I always recommend, which of course might not be suitable for everyone, but would be around 10 to 15% of their savings. That means what you need to do for that is calculate your income, calculate your expenses, and after that, whatever is left, which is the savings, from those savings, you can take around 10 to 15%. So now you have the amount. Now, what is another important thing is, like I mentioned, consistency. And how you can make sure that this consistency stays is by making this savings plan automated. That means as soon as your salary arrives, the money is already deducted from your konto, your account, and invested directly to these ETFs, so that you don't have to overthink and you're not waiting until the end of the month after all your expenses are done, and then you are just thinking, okay, now I'm left over with this money. That means this is the money which I can invest. It shouldn't be like that. You should always invest before you spend. And why consistency is important, guys? Because consistency beats timing the market. Even during the COVID crisis, many investors who were really down by 20-30% in their portfolio came out ahead of those who did not invest at all. Much ahead. Now, the other question which might pop up in your minds is that should I buy individual stocks? Yes, you may, but only after the foundation is built. My rule for the most beginners would be something like 70 to 80% in ETFs and the remaining 20 to 30% into individual stocks. So if you like Amazon, Alphabet, Siemens, SAP, then it's okay. But ETFs comes first. Now, the next important topic, taxes in Germany. Yes, if you invest in Germany, you must understand taxes because that plays a really big important role, especially in Germany and for expats in Germany who have not so much idea about how the financial system works. But it is actually simpler than most people think. Now, first you need to know how much is the capital gains tax, which is approximately 26.375% in Germany. Now, the second important thing which you must know as a beginner in investing is your Sparerpauschbetrag, which is 1,000 euro per person and 2,000 euro if you're married. And you need to set this Freistellungsbetrag in your broker. There's always an option that you can set this option because this alone can save you hundreds of euros per year. So that's done. And if you choose a German broker, like I mentioned previously, then you don't need to worry about the taxes because the taxes are automatically deducted from your profits and are reported to your financial institution or the Finanzamt. Now, like I promised in the beginning of this video that I will discuss one big mistake which many investors or expats in Germany or in Europe do is this. Most people wait for the perfect time to invest. They say, okay, I'll start after market crashes, or I'll start next year, or I'll start when I'll earn more. But let me tell you, the best time to invest was 10 years ago, and the second best time is today. Yes, like I said, guys, there are many students who I know who started with 20 euros per month and are now investing 200 euros per month as soon as they got jobs. But when they started investing just 20 euros per month, what did this do? This created discipline. This created consistency. This created comfort with the market when the market moves up and down. And that's why they felt more comfortable as soon as they got their jobs. They knew that, okay, they already saved up to 5,000 to 6,000 euros and they saw how the market works. So the amount doesn't really matter, guys. What matters is consistency and how you behave and how you keep your emotions aside when the market is moving down, because eventually the market will move up. So if I summarize everything into a simple plan, then this is how it would look like. Week 1 for you would be to learn basics, build an emergency fund. Week 2 might look like open up a broker and set your Freistellungsauftrag. Week 3, choose 1 to 2 ETFs. Yes, 1 to 2 ETFs plan works really amazingly well. And week 4, start the ETF Sparplan or savings plan depending upon a comfortable amount which is okay for you, which you don't need to take out in case of need. That's why you built up an emergency fund. And automate it and forget. Yes, no stress, no complexity. So if you're watching this video until now, you're already ahead of 90% of the people. Guys, investing in Germany or in any part of the world doesn't have to be really complicated. It just has to be consistent. Consistent is the key. So if you want more videos about investing, taxes, real estate tips and tricks, and building wealth in Germany, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and comment start in the comment section down below. And I'll know you're serious. So that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and ciao.